Question is that the total sum to be allocated for head V of the estimates be reduced by $100. Ms. Foo Mee Har.
Chairman, COVID-19 has accelerated the bifurcation of global trade and exposed vulnerabilities in interconnected supply chains. As countries and companies rebuild business networks, relocate value chains, and continue to decouple, Singapore must work to stay relevant and position itself for the shifting economic landscape. How has Singapore performed as an investment destination in the midst of the pandemic, and what strategies are the government pursuing to distinguish ourselves as a business hub? Singapore must redefine our competitive edge by pivoting towards innovation as a driver of growth and a vibrant digital economy. So I want to ask, what progress have we made to nurture a strong startup ecosystem, and how does Singapore compare to other startup ecosystems in Asia and across the world? Singapore is recognized globally for its leadership in the field of intellectual property protection and scientific research. So are we attracting our fair share of deep tech startups in search of robust IP protection? To support the development of the digital economy, it is critical to offer corporations access to top tech talent. How is Singapore doing in our efforts to develop tech talent from our institutes of higher learnings, as well as programs such as Tech Skills Accelerator? How successful has the Tech Pass program, or Tech.Pass, been in attracting established tech entrepreneurs, leaders, or technical experts from around the world to come to Singapore, where they can nurture disruptive innovation? Singapore's handling of COVID-19 pandemic has also shown the world once again what we're capable of as people and as a nation. In a fragmented world where trust is in short supply, this is a time that Singapore is well positioned to capitalize on the premium for quality and resilience and neutrality, all of which plays to Singapore's strengths. This is an opportune time for Singapore to capitalize on our brand. So I want to ask, what initiatives have EDB and other agencies undertaken to step up marketing of Singapore as a global business hub, recognized for its quality infrastructure, safety, stability, connectedness, and accessibility? Can we work towards a Singapore certification framework that provides Singapore companies, especially our SMEs, a quality certification for their products and services, similar to the Swiss label and the K-brand initiatives in Switzerland and Korea, respectively? Second cut. Chairman, whilst it is understandable that existing broad-based fiscal support cannot be sustained indefinitely, we should be cognizant that companies need time to recover. Any premature withdrawal of support may undo the good work already invested to keep them afloat during the pandemic. According to an SBF National Business Survey, only 38% of total transactions were paid on time, and almost 50% of late payments were above 30 days past due on top of the credit terms already offered. So therefore, it is critical to time the withdrawal loan schemes carefully, including the temporary bridging loan program and the SME working capital loan, in order to ensure the much needed relief in cash flow does not vanish suddenly. The government has sent a strong signal that it will back firms, support firms that are ready to transform in this budget. I especially welcome the local enterprises funding platform to support large local enterprises from the more traditional sectors with $1 billion in government and Temasek funding. Companies should seize this additional funding to embark on transformation, to reinvent and to rejuvenate their business model. In addition to Temasek, the government should also consider the participation of other established private equity firms for more parties to contribute to the development of these local corporates. Besides funding, we should support large local firms to access R&D in their pivot to new growth areas, as well as higher value added services and offerings. They can also benefit from support in forging new partnerships locally as well as internationally. Sir, as Singapore embarks on the next phase of expansion of the manufacturing sector by attracting market-leading manufacturing firms to anchor the operations in Singapore, Honourable Liang Yinghua mentioned a few, I call on the government to ensure that this ambition achieves a wider impact so that these high-value or advanced manufacturing firms catalyze an entire generation of supporting local industry, all of whom may grow in tandem. How can government spur partnerships with local corporations and the development of an integrated value chain that includes subcontractors and service providers in Singapore, as well as opportunities to venture overseas together?